Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Chris Ferris. I'm a professional rider for Mag Gear Pro Scooters. Today we're going to be going over proper proportions. What size scooter is right for you? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started with one of the smaller scooters here. So we have the Kick Rascal. This one's going to be designed for a little bit of a smaller kid, maybe 5 and up. I'd say about under 100 pounds is best. This can take some serious damage. This scooter is capable of a lot, but as you can see, the dimensions are meant for a smaller child. So you don't want to see someone who's on this with a hunched back or with no foot space. So I'd say, yeah, just above, anything over 5 and under 100 pounds, I think this is the scooter that's meant for you. Also, if you're going to be riding a scooter like this, you want to make sure that it actually sits at the right place on your hips. So what I like to say is if you extend your arms with a straight back, keep a very straight back, and let your arms go by your sides, I like to keep it right about the palm of my grip. So if I'm a kid and I have my hands like this and that scooter is fit right in the grasp of my palms, it's probably right for you. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move into our Origin Pro model here. So what you're going to see is a little bit bigger dimensions and definitely a stronger scooter. This scooter is meant for your intermediate to pro divisions for sure. Definitely someone with a little bit more weight and a bit of a bigger build for sure. You want something that can stand lots of pressure and high drops, and that's what this scooter is. As you can see, we got a few inches taller on the bars as well as longer on the deck. And what that's going to do is it's just going to give you a little bit more mobility on the deck when you're standing, when you're riding, when you're doing your tricks. Definitely for an older kid. Remember, we're not in that 5 and up range anymore. Now we might be 10 and up, somewhere around there, maybe 150 pounds tops. This scooter can take a lot, okay? Don't get me wrong, this scooter is very good, can deal with a lot of high stress, but you got to remember that it's meant for that older child. So I would say run through the same format as before, like I said on the kick scooter. Stand with your feet parallel to the deck, back straight, arms down. If you are able to grab the grips, this scooter is probably right for you. Once again, this is the Origin Pro. You got a little bit more length, a little bit more strength, and I think it's a great scooter. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the final scooter, and that's the MGX Extreme. This is the scooter that you're gonna see someone like me on, a bit of a bigger guy, a bit of a stockier dude. This is gonna be what he's on, okay? Something that can take a lot of stress and has the dimensions to back it up, okay? I don't wanna be on something that's gonna make me feel like I'm in a box. I don't like being in a box. I like to be open and free. That's what this scooter gives me the freedom to do. It gives me that extra foot room because this scooter does come wider on the deck as well as longer, as well as taller bars. So you're going to see someone who is not quite adult. I mean, I am an adult, but I'm not going to say that I'm the only person riding this scooter. There's a lot of kids that are my size as well that need a bigger scooter. So I'm going to put this scooter right in around 15 and up. You might even see some 12, 13-year-olds that are a little bit stockier riding this thing. But as far as the general standard, I'd say 15 years old and up, ride it around 150. You could be 200 pounds, I'm not gonna lie. You could hop on this thing at 200 pounds right now, jump off a roof, and it would probably be fine. Maybe you won't be, but the scooter probably would be. MGX Extreme. Once again, a bit bigger dimensions, meant for the stockier rider, bit taller, also meant for the bigger tricks, because this scooter can take a lot of impact. I can't stress that enough. I can't stress that enough. All right, that's the MGX Extreme. All right, guys, so on the topic of decks, I wanted to bring out 2 very different styles just to kind of show you guys the differences and why we make changes. This is our park deck. As you can see, it's going to be meant for doing as many combos as you can in the air, getting as high as you possibly can, and impressing everyone else in the skate park, right? This over here is our street deck. Totally different style, meant for totally different purposes. You've got a lot different dimensions. You've got wider, you've got longer, you've got a wider wheelbase. Pretty much, this is going to be the rider who wants to get on the rails, who wants to stay pretty low, but get into weird and awkward shapes on ledges or rails, or even on the coping in the bowls, and have stability in that shape. Remember, if you're a street rider, you're dealing with really awkward balance points, and you've got to have a scooter that's meant to compromise with those weird body shapes, okay? Park scooter, as you can see, take off as much weight as possible, make it as aerodynamically correct as possible, get it up in the air and start throwing it around any which way you can. The dimensions come into a huge part, or have a huge part to play in these styles. The park deck is going to be customized for the rider who can whip it around all crazy in his head, but not gonna really do well for the rider who wants to get all steezy on a rail and hold that balance for a long duration of time. So I hope that kind of gives you guys a better clarification on why we make different products to cater to different style riders. This is your street deck, this is your park deck, and I hope this was informative for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope this video was able to get you guys the right size scooter. As always, subscribe to the YouTube channel to stay up to date on any new content, okay? Thank you so much. Have a good one.